Bem, vamos começar a reunião, pessoal?
You said you were
Vamos.
going to tell me more about the devil's former band.
You really do not waste time, do you? Anyway, only a few fellas out of the whole glorious pack survived the shitstorm, and it's not certain they are still alive. As far as I know, Matthew, Bahuta, Raniak, Janos, and Eder survived. I only know where to find Bahuta. And maybe Matthew. But who knows?
Tell me about Bahuta first. Who is he, anyway?
Well, Bahuta, he was always in trouble. Angry as a dog and covered in bruises. He and his brother could drink all the beer in the inn. Just the two of them. Then they would make a terrible ruckus.
It sounds like you three would get along well. But you said his brother was dead.
Yes, he died right before Bahuta's eyes. Not pretty. Bahuta has been acting weird ever since. He dropped everything overnight and turned to prayer. As if he was scared of being next in line.
Onde podemos encontrar ele?
Where can I find Bahuta?
At the rectory in Grunts. He helps out with the church.
Did you ever see him again after they caught the devil?
Yeah, but there was no reasoning with him.
Do you think it'll be different now?
Look, I don't know. Maybe when he hears the devil's back, he will come to his senses. But I doubt it.
Vamos
I'll
lá.
go over there and try to talk him into it. There's no harm in trying.
But be careful. Bahuta was never far from giving someone a beating. Maybe he's still got that in him. It was Slavic who kept him from ending up on the gallows because of a fight. Oh, but he's already with the Lord.
Olá, rapaziada, como é que vocês estão? Sejam bem, vamos aí a mais um episódio de Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. E neste episódio, depois da prisão do temido Diabo Seco, o seu bando foi cada um para um canto. Só que agora a gente precisa dar um jeito de pegar quem não morreu e fazer voltar pro bando. Alguns talvez tenham morrido e a gente não sabe, outros talvez estão por aí e voltem, outros talvez nem voltem. É uma incógnita, mas a gente precisa reunir todo esse pessoalzinho muito bacana e simpático no bando novamente, pra gente conseguir ter algum reforço para resgatar o Hans. Só que antes de mais nada, vamos ao nosso pequeno top padrão. Pega um meio de petisco, chama os amigos e bora se divertir, mas antes deixa que já quer esse coração, se não for inscrito, já aproveita e se inscreve. Bora lá.
Now tell me something about this Matthew fella. Someone with a name like that surely can't be all bad.
No.
The name may be pretty, but he's as ugly as sin. You better not stare at him too much. It is not good for your stomach. He's also a damn willy bastard. People say he likes to rob on trade routes, telling his victims he's collecting tax for the king.
And where do I find him?
I hear there is someone robbing merchants on the roads near Miskovitz. That would be fitting for him. Maybe the bailiff can tell you more. It's practically happening in his yard.
If he's so crooked, why did you take him into your band in the first place?
Nasty characters are more suited to our line of work. It is much harder to convince good people to do bad things.
What about me? Am I not a good person?
Well, that's true. I hope you're not a spy who will rat us all out to Sigismund.
Não. Bem, e o
What
resto?
about the rest of the band? You mentioned more than one person.
Of course. That leaves Janos, Ada, and Raniak. I don't know where they are, but I can tell you about them.
Who is this Adder? What kind of nickname is that, anyway?
Oh, that's easy. He's called Ada because he can't keep his snake in his breeches. He's Polish. He does not speak our tongue, so only Janos can speak to him, really. But otherwise, he's a fucking hilarious. And when shit gets tough, he can really handle it.
Do you know where he could be?
I have no idea. But if you find Janos, Ada will be nearby. The two of them are practically inseparable.
How am I supposed to communicate with Adder? I don't speak a word of Polish.
Yes, you do. We all say kurwa. You must use your hands and feet for the rest. I always manage, and so will you.
É tudo que eu preciso saber. Ahn,
Tell me more about this Ranyek.
Ranyek has a great aim. Slightly better than me, even. Oh, and that bow of his, I tell ya, is a masterpiece. That is how you will know it is him.
How did he get that bow?
How do you think? He won it playing dice. But that was the first and last time he ever won anything. If anyone is really unlucky, it is him. But he would not stop if you were to cut off his hands.
onde posso
Do you have any
encontrá-lo?
idea how I could find him?
Oh, I don't know anything about him. Try asking around at inns where they play dice. It is possible he lost his hose in one of them.
Did you ever see him again after the devil was captured?
Oh, just once. He wanted me to lend him money. He did not have any to bet with. But I was skinned and looking for a way to get the devil out of jail. Either way, I told him to fuck off, and he listened to me.
Ótimo, a gente vai conseguir encontrar e reunir todo mundo.
Tell me about this Janos.
Janos? He's from Hungary. He speaks like a Tatar, but at least you can understand him a little, unlike Ada.
And how did he get here? Did he defect from Sigismund?
Not at all. He did something back home, had the gallows waiting for him, so he fled to Moravia. He was having the time of his life until recently. Wine, women, and song. But now he has problems because people take him for a human. But if you knew how he can cook, give him a dead rat and half a carrot, and he will cook you a 3-course dinner.
Caraca.
How can I recognize this Janos?
Like I said, he looks a bit like a human. He speaks almost like we do, but in a queer way. Where you talk to him, you will definitely notice it.
I'm already liking this Janos. I think we'll get along well.
Janos, why?
I like good food too. Life is always better with a full stomach.
You two will surely get along then. Janos has seen a lot of the world, tasted everything. If you let him, he will talk about it all day long.
Bem, agora a gente vai ter que procurar
I'll go and
todos.
look for them.
They may sound like a bunch of morons as I tell it, but they will be damn useful to us. Good luck!
Você descobriu minas. É, parece que tem bastante lenhadores, carvoeiros e afins. Temos ferraria aqui. Uou! Espera um pouquinho que eu preciso dar uma olhada também nas ferrarias, tá? Pra gente consertar as coisas. Opa, deixa eu me lavar.
Greetings. What do you need?
Bem, eu vou
Would
arrumar
you
minhas
repair a
coisas.
few things for me?
Bastante coisa.
Great. Happy to be of service. What do you need, sir?
Tem alguma novidade?
Greetings, blacksmith. How's it going?
What can I say? It's all shit. I'm getting old, and my hammer feels heavier with every passing day. But my apprentice Matthias, on the other hand, that lad could outdo many a fancy weaponsmith. Just look at this dagger he made me. Have you ever seen such fine work?
Pretty good work. For a village blacksmith. I expected worse.
Village blacksmith? What are you yammering about, you horse face? You've never seen anything so fine in your entire life.
Calm down. I'm telling you, I've been forging daggers like this with my father since I was a young lad.
Know what, you master of masters? I bet my apprentice is a better blacksmith than you. What do you say?
Eita,
How would a bet
prela.
like that work?
You'll give me a few groschen as a deposit and forge a hunting sword. Matthias is just working on one now. And if you forge a better one, you'll get both swords and they'll give you back twice as many groschen.
And of course, you'll be the judge, right?
Well, of course. But I'll
Ok.
decide fairly, don't you worry.
And what if my sword isn't better?
Then you lose and I keep the groschen. What else? Am I supposed to stick them up my arse? Do you take the bet or not?
I accept. I'll knock you down a peg and make some money while I'm at it.
You haven't won yet, Master Blacksmith.
Martelo e tenaz. Vou até dar salvamento aqui no jogo. Meu Deus. Tá. Deixa eu ver. Uma espada de caça. Espada de competição. O que ele falou que ele precisa mesmo? Pode uma espada de caça melhor do que a do Matilhas. Tá. Pô, mas essa daqui parece tão boa. Espada reforjada. Aço de Toledo a gente reforja. Interessante. Caraca, quase 200 de dano. Pungente. E 190 de cortante. Pô, preciso ver se eu tenho aço de Toledo, porque eu acho que eu tenho aço de Toledo pra fazer isso. É, espada da competição. E infelizmente eu só tenho, como fala. Vou vir aqui. Outros materiais. Peraí. Infelizmente eu só tenho dois aço Toledo. Eu preciso de 3 aço Toledo. Pra arrumar essa espada. Cadê o cara? Eu por acaso não
What do you
venderia,
have for
né?
sale?
Aço Toledo. Ferradura de cavaleiro, ferradura de fazendeiro, de novo, do largo, montante de guerra. Ali, aço Toledo. Ele vende. E aço de Frankfurt. Cobre. Madeira exótica. Nossa, tem muita coisa aqui.
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Tá, aqui.
I
Where's
brought
the
you the
espada?
hunting sword.
Aye, I saw you work. You shouldn't hunch over the anvil so much. Your back will ache when you're as old as I am.
Right. Thanks for the advice. Can we get on with our bet?
All right, all right. Wait here. I'll go and fetch Matthias, and we'll see which one of you is the better blacksmith. Well then, let's see what you made.
Feast your eyes.
What about you, Matthias?
Here it is, master.
Let's see here. That's possible? Such balance. I'm sorry, Matthias, but his sword is better.
What?
Listen, lad. You're wasting your talent here. If you're ever in Kuttenberg, ask for Nicholas Crondell. He's the best armorsmith in the region. He might take you on as his apprentice.
Thanks for the advice. But where's my prize?
Here's your money.
Thank you kindly, master. And you, give me the sword.
What? Forget it. That blade of yours will fall apart any moment anyway. It may look nice, but if we're fighting with them, I'd slice you to ribbons.
Como
Very
quiser.
well. If you want to get your ass kicked on top of all that, I'll be happy to oblige.
Don't get too cocky now. We'll see who'll be picking their teeth up off the ground.
Break a leg, Matthias.
I'll kill you.
What is that?
Take that! I'm wounded!
Shame on you.
Go fuck yourself! Mercy! Spare me!
We're done here.
Did you really have to come and rub it in my face like that? I know I lost.
You may know it, but you haven't paid. I believe you were supposed to give me your sword.
Here, choke on it.
Nothing special. But maybe I'll get a few groschen for it.
I hope someone stabs you with it.
Nossa. Caraca. Molequinho ruim. Molequinho ruim da pega. Eu vou ver se... Moço, você...
I'll have a look at the wares.
Ele tem aço Toledo. E aço de Frankfurt. E a madeira exótica. É muito bom. Eu só não sei se eu vou conseguir muita coisa, mas enfim,
I'm
vai lá.
glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Cadê? Montante reforçada. Vamos lá. Vamos lá, vamos tentar.
I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullock when it's time to sow winter grains. I need to plow too.
to be careful. It's already pretty cocked up. Now I just have to temper it. All right.
Espada reforjada de Hazagikobila. Caraca. Que louco. A espada é tipo... É bastante dano. Essa da competição e as coisas, eu vou colocar tudo no cavalo. Materiais. Comprei alguns materiais. Hora de colocar tudo no cavalo. Ah, ele não aguenta mais peso. Tem mais alguma coisa legal que eu queira fazer? É que a montante é bastante coisa, entendeu? Tem a outra espada do outro, que é o sabre. Mas precisa de água de carvão. O outro não vende água de carvão.
What do you need, my friend?
Pra gente ficar com esse...
What do you have for sale?
Não, ele não vende não. Eu vou deixar do jeito que tá.
Nothing to
É
your
só
liking,
arrumar
sir.
de novo, porque eu não sei se... Como fala?
This could...
É, vou ter que arrumar tudo de novo.
Excellent.
Ótimo. Eu preciso de atadura? Não, não preciso de atadura. Só preciso me recuperar mesmo. Eu tô todo cagado. Ótimo. Aqui tem o ferreiro, tudo bonitinho, certinho. Vamos continuar o passeio. Agora que eu já reforjei a espada. Já fiz essa missão. Onde será que esse cara tá? Aqui nós temos informante de missões. E o cara tá ali. Final da rua. É, o cavalo tá meio pesado. Ele não gosta de ficar pesado, então ele faz isso. Eu podia ter uma taverna aqui. Comprar... Opa. Será que eu consigo comprar estadia aqui?
What will it be, sir?
E se eu compro estadia, eu tenho um baú.
Can I spend the night here?
We're not set up for that here.
Ah,
I'll pay you well if you let me spend...
But all I have is an old...
That's enough for me.
tudo bem,
All right, I hope that'll be...
Thanks.
né?
How's
Vamos ver
life
se
been
ele tem
treating you,
alguma
innkeeper?
missão.
Fine, thanks for asking. The foundry workers are always mighty thirsty in the evening after slaving away at those hot furnaces all day long. They drink so much ale, I can hardly keep up with bringing it over. So, I can't really complain. I'm not the type of innkeeper to get an inn only to complain about it being full.
What's life like here? Is there anything new?
We live the best we can. The silver works are operating at full capacity, and the stables are doing well too, from what I've heard. If only those Hungarian bastards would fuck off already. That reminds me. Do you need a horse by any chance? Our Hannah is the local expert. I'm sure she'd be happy to help you.
What's new around here?
Well, Zadmira Blacksmith had one too many a while back and told me some curious things. His wife was having an affair with Tomlin Brutons from Horsham, but then she sent her Zadmir to rough Tomlin up. I've no idea how things are between them. The strange thing is, Zadmir's a big fella, but Tomlin still beat the shit out of him. Don't mention it to Zadmir, though. He was all upset about it. But you could ask Kona, his wife. You might find out what's really going on there. I also heard there are some disputes among the miners. I don't know what it's about, but I heard it has something to do with their traditional archery contest. If you're interested, go and see the foreman Vlak in the Black Horse Tavern. And that's about it.
Interesting news. Thank you, innkeeper.
Ou seja, são missões secundárias que dá pra gente pegar.
You can sleep above the shed. There's a ladder leading up there, and there's more than enough room.
E você
Show me your wares.
entende o que é de bom. Papel boêmio. Que bonitinho. Opa. Eu preciso. Poção digestiva. Dado minguante. É você? Não, você é Boresh.
Praise
Não é
be Jesus
Boruta?
Christ.
Now and forever.
Excuse me. Are you Bahuta by any chance?
That's right, I am. If you're here to right old wrongs, be my guest. God knows I deserve it.
I don't need to right any wrongs. The devil sent me to see if you would rejoin his band.
He is free, and he still hasn't learned. Anyway, tell him I'm definitely not going back to that life.
Por que você não quer
Why
voltar?
don't you want to go back?
I want to reform myself, to redeem myself before the Lord God, and to earn his absolution. There is no way to do that if I am with the devil.
I'd like to find the rest of the devil's pack. Do you know anything about any of them?
Just Ranyek. It has been a few days since he was here.
Do you know where I could find him now?
Last time he told me he had a game arranged in Pshitoki. Maybe he's still there.
What did he want from you?
He was begging me for some coin. He said he had a game in Pshitoki and that he would definitely win this time. As
Eles
always.
sempre falam.
Ranyek still hasn't given up dice, eh?
That fella will never learn, and he's already lost everything. He won a really nice bow once, and he's had nothing but bad luck ever since.
Thanks. Hopefully I'll find him there. I'll be on my way. I probably won't convince you anyway.
Hold on. While you're here, we can pray for the devil's soul together. God knows he needs it badly.
We can, though I don't know if it'll help anything.
Every soul can be reformed if it so desires and sincerely repents of its sins. Look at me. I used to kill, drink, spend nights with whores, but I learned that it was the wrong way, and now I'm trying to make amends.
Why all of a sudden?
Come pray with me and I'll tell you. Hey, how did you get involved with the devil anyway?
By accident. It was thanks to Jan Žižka.
So, you know Žižka too. Where from?
It's a long story. But if you came to the Devil's Den, I'd tell you all about it over a beer.
Nice try, lad, but I'm staying away from the drink. It's just not worth it. What do you think of the devil anyway? Just as I thought.
I didn't say anything.
Exactly.
Where did you say you wanted to pray?
Right here, at my brother's grave.
Is that Slavek's grave?
You know my brother's name?
Aye. Kubienka told me about you both.
Aye, we were in the band together, but the priest was kind enough to let me bury him here.
Was that important to you?
It was. When Slavik was killed and the band broke up, I didn't know what to do. Father Havel put a roof over my head and showed me a completely different life than I had known before then. Together with my brother, I buried my past here and vowed over his grave that I would never harm another living soul.
This is where you want to pray for the devil?
Here is where I found reconciliation and peace of mind. Where else should I pray for the devil to find his own?
Why did you decide to leave everything behind and start a new life here?
Because of my brother. I was with him in his last moments. He was completely overcome with horror. I never thought he could be so scared.
But you must have been used to seeing death.
He did not fear death, but what comes next? He knew the kind of life he had led, and everything he was responsible for. Now he's paying for it. It may be foolish, but I believe that if I reform myself before the Lord God, he might forgive Slavik too.
Don't you want to help the devil?
That's not up to me. He has to help himself. I can only pray for him.
Well, that's not going to help him much. He needs you, not your prayers.
I can give him nothing more than a sincere prayer.
Prayer certainly can't hurt, but do you think it will be enough?
Enough for starters. What more do you want?
Your faith.
Aye, like I said, let's pray for him. But that alone can never be enough.
All right. Let's do this then.
Aye, but it's Latin, so listen carefully and repeat after me. Pater noster, qui isn't careless, sanctificata or no man's tomb. Adventet ad rectum to whom, fet voluminous to her, seek it, inhale it, enter her. Your turn now.
Right. Who taught you that?
I did. I can't read, but I learned it by listening to the
Meu
priest.
Deus. Difícil, você tá...
You're saying it wrong. Listen. It goes like this. Pater noster, qui es in celis,
Ele ficou tempão no monastério, né?
adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra.
All right, I know the rest. Panem most room. Quote, idi.
Idiota. Ai,
Amen.
Exactly. Amen. That's all I can do for the devil, so you'd better get going now, eh?
ah, sério? Ele não vai vir junto. Ele não vai vir junto. Eu acho que é assim que vai funcionar. Alguns vão, outros não. Entendeu? Então não vai adiantar muito a gente forçar assim o pessoal.
Always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you.
Não. Por que eu tirei a espada? Tô doido? Tá. Então, Boruta não vem. Cadê meu cavalo? Se Boruta não vem, a gente já pegou o TP daqui, depois dá pra dar uma olhada na missão. Estamos em Minas. Tem missão aqui. Provavelmente vejo. Caraca, abriu muita missão aqui. Isso é muito bom. Quero reunir esse pessoalzinho antes. Pergunte por Renek na estalagem. Vamos dar uma olhada pra cá.
Grüß Gott.
Was wünschst du, mein Freund?
Primeiro, hospedagem e alimentação.
Would be an honor. And for how long?
Mais
I
tempo,
need to stay
óbvio.
longer.
No problem. But you'll pay in advance.
Sim.
All right, I'll pay. Here's the money.
Sehr gut. The room's yours. You're going to like it here, sir. The rooms are clean, and a cauldron of good food to go with them.
Que bom. Me fala um pouco sobre o
I'm looking
remake.
for someone. His name is Raniek, and he carries a nice bow,
That means nothing to me.
and he plays dice. A lot.
Ja, jetzt weiß ich's. Gestern hat sich völlig betrunken. Yesterday we some Pole. They were causing a ruckus until the morning. And I'm still feeling sick.
This drunk Pole, was his name Adder, by any chance?
Ja, Adder. They say there's a whole Geschichte behind it.
Aye, I know it. I'd like to know where he is now.
You should ask the butcher's wife, Eve.
Why should I
quê?
ask the butcher's wife?
Well, why do you think?
Do I have to make you say it? How does this concern Adder?
It's just some village clutch.
Look, I've heard a lot about Adder. If he was sticking it where he shouldn't have, I'd rather know before some cuckold comes at me with a pitchfork.
Knowing our butcher, you're not far from the truth, glaub mir. Letzte Nacht, Adder suddenly disappeared. Just at the same time as the butcher's wife, Eve, did.
She left alone at night.
Ih,
Her man passed out on the table right there in the inn. What else could she do?
So Adder took the opportunity.
Natürlich.
So where is the local butcher's?
If you go to the village from here, the butcher's Grundstück is the very last one.
I'll go to see her. Maybe she knows something.
You should be careful. The butcher does not like seeing other men around his Eve.
Where can I find this Raniek?
Try asking the man who paid for his losses yesterday.
Was he broke?
He lost a small fortune here yesterday. It looked like he was going to get a nice beating because he lost more than he had. But a bunch of Kerle from Bilani, who also came to play, lent him some coin. I reckon they felt sorry for him.
And do you know where I could find these men from Billamy?
In Bellany, I reckon.
Thanks a lot, I suppose.
Tut mir leid. I can't really think clearly after last night. If I were you, I would ask the Bellani innkeeper. With luck, you will run into them right there.
beleza.
Why would they pay for Raniek? Did they know each other?
I do not think so. Maybe they just felt sorry for him. They played a lot themselves. But you could see that Raniek just could not stop.
Putz. Ué, por que que ainda tá em branco aqui? Pronto.
I'll be on my way. And thank you.
Nichts zu danken.
Exatamente, eu não sei o que você falou, mas tudo bem.
Was möchtest
Na verdade, eu
du, mein Herr?
quero... Como fala? Eu quero saber se tem
What's
alguma
going on
coisa
around
aqui.
here?
Hast du schon
Da
das
redondeza.
Neueste gehört?
Ai, não vem com
I
alemão,
heard they
não.
found a dragon nearby.
What?
Hum?
A dragon?
Es ist wahr. Everyone is talking about it. And the priest does not know what to do. Er ist völlig ahnungslos. Who knows how things will turn out? Wir dürfen gespannt sein. Und noch etwas. Ein Ritter appeared in Belani, like a noble knight, you know? He calls himself Ozi, and he's looking for a brave Soldaten for an expedition. He stayed in the Belani Inn. Ich bin sicher, dass du ihn dort finden wirst. And if you're a good craftsman, try asking at the construction site. Krishan was looking for some laborers here recently.
And where might I find this Krijan?
Ist hier in der Festung. In the local fortress. You'll find him easily enough. He is a mountain of a man. Zum Abschluss, I have some advice for you. It isn't easy to talk about this, but you should hear it. A bunch of black guards from the Hungarian camp have occupied an abandoned barn not far from here. They rob and steal. Nothing sacred to them. And they've even killed a couple of people. Most recently, a local herds boy.
Que horror.
What?
He didn't want to give them a sheep, so they killed him and the rest of his flock and all.
That really happened?
Just on the other side of the stream here. Tja, und wer weiß, if they even buried the poor lad. Diese verdammten ungarischen Teufelskerle. Am besten, if you simply keep away from the place.
Why doesn't the local bailiff do anything about them?
Ha! Because even though they are certainly deserters, they still wear Hungarian colors, and the people here are scared to death of Sigismund. Weiß Gott zurecht.
Vai tirar a droga da cabeça do caminho, não?
Wie geht's, mein Herr?
Bêbado infeliz. Deixa eu só ficar no primeiro andar, beleza. Tem mais alguma coisa?
If you're a good craftsman, try asking at the construction site. Krishan was looking for some laborers here.
And where might I find this Krishan?
Ist here in der Festung. In the local fortress. You'll find him easily enough. He is a mountain of a man. Zum Abschluss, I have some advice for you. It isn't easy to talk about this, but you should hear it. A bunch of black guards from the Hungarian.
What?
He didn't want
That really?
just on the Tja, und wer am besten, if you...
Why doesn't the...
Beleza. É o que eu consigo fazer. Deixa eu fazer o seguinte. Primeiro deixa eu só ver se... Tá no primeiro andar. Deus, eu guarda bêbado. Preciso achar onde fica a minha cama. Fica aqui. É aqui. E baú. Eu preciso esvaziar minhas coisas. Mais uma cidadezinha. A gente tem que falar com a esposa do outro. No meio daqui. Aqui, o açougueiro. Vamos lavar, sempre precisa. Onde que ela tá? Ah, você daqui.
Welcome, sir. What can I do for you?
Nossa, o soco.
I'm looking for someone, and the innkeeper said you might be able
Ela
to help.
tomou.
Is that so? Who is it?
A wandering man at arms. He's a foreigner, a Pole. They call him Adder.
And the innkeeper sent you to me. How nice of him. As if the whole village didn't know already. Now he's going to tell everyone who just walks by. Who are you anyway? Some friend of his?
On the contrary, they sent me to find him. He's a dangerous cutthroat. I have to catch him before he hurts more people.
Christ, is that really so? He's going to murder my old man. He and the other men dragged Ada out of the village, saying they'll kick his ass. But now I'm more worried about them.
I heard you had some affairs with the Pole.
I beg your pardon? Did the innkeeper tell you that? That lying old bastard?
So it's not true?
Of course it's not. I mean, not that the Pole wasn't interested. He was looking at me all night at the inn, but I avoided him. If my husband noticed anything, I'd be in big trouble. But he got so drunk he fell asleep on the table, and I couldn't wake him up. So I got up and went home alone. Ada must be damn quick, because he beat me home and waited for me at the door.
What did he want? Did he hurt you?
No, and I don't know what he wanted either. He was drunk, and since he doesn't speak our tongue, I couldn't understand him. Then he hiccuped, fell to the ground and started snoring.
And what happened then?
He's a big man, so I couldn't move him. I just left him sleep there till morning. That's when my husband returned. And when he found him, he threw a fit. He thinks I had something with Ada. Me! Me, who has been loyal to him all these years. If he'd taken one good look at Ada, he'd have seen it wasn't even possible. Ada was still dead drunk in the morning.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but notice. Is that bruise from the butcher?
He doesn't mean it. He just doesn't know what he's doing when he's angry.
Começa assim.
I'll at least give you something for the pain. Here you go. A potion for the pain. It should help you quickly.
Thank you.
And where will I find your husband, Ada, and the rest?
Outside the village, in the direction of Kuttenberg. There's a lone tree in the middle of the field. You can see it from a distance. They said that's where they take him, so that no one can see them.
You said others went with your husband?
Aye, some men from the village.
How many of them?
How should I know? 3? Maybe 4?
And did they have weapons?
They're no soldiers, but they carried axes.
That sounds like even more trouble. I hope we can sort it out peacefully.
Please, tell me they won't get hurt. My old man put them up to it. It's not their fault.
Don't worry. If I can, I want to settle this peacefully.
Se a gente puder.
I better go and see your husband. The sooner it's over, the better.
Hurry up, please.
Uhum.
With you, sir.
Meu Deus. Tá, estamos aqui nessa cidadezinha. Aqui tem missão. A gente vai pegar essas missões depois. Vamos dar uma olhada nesse ponto aqui.
Quick! Go! God!
Panie, mój Boże, wysłuchaj mnie.
Meu Deus, que é isso?
Mordowałem i ruchałem. Więcej razy paliłem kościoły niż byłem u spowiedzi. Wybacz swemu słudze. Wybacz. Wybacz i pozwól mi jeszcze tylko raz wykastrować tych bezbożnych skurwysynów!
Shut up! No one can listen to your damn gibberish!
Twoja baba i tak do końca życia będzie pamiętać o mojej polskiej kiełbasie!
Caraca!
I'll shut that gob of yours!
Ciebie i twoją matkę piekło pochłonie. Niech was piekło pochłonie!
Wait! Stop!
A co to za kutas?
É o que a gente vai tentar resolver pacificamente.
What do you want? And who the hell are you?
Leave him alone and untie him.
Why would I do that? Do you know what that bastard did?
If you're talking about the rumors in the village, it's all lies. Nothing happened.
You don't know what you're talking about. That whoreson defiled my wife, my Eva, eh?
He should be glad we're only gonna hang him. If I had my way, we'd castrate him as well.
That scoundrel belongs to the Lord of Suchdal Fort.
What does he want with him?
He defiled the Lord's cook, 2 maids, the captain's wife, and stole a statue of the Madonna from the chapel, over which he then did all kinds of lewd acts. They're building a gallows for him at Suchdal.
But what about me? I want satisfaction too.
Você não é
Or
nobre.
at least compensation.
You want to argue with Peter of Peace's armed men? They're already on their way.
As you wish, he's all yours. But the cow is mine, and she's coming with me.
Oh, fuck.
Meu Deus. Peraí.
What are you doing? Stop that!
Meu Deus.
Stop fooling around! That's right.
Ah, é aqui que solta. Tô tentando cortar.
Jeszcze ten kociokwik mi łeb rozrywa. Jak mnie to wkurwia!
Desesperado tentando cortar.
O kurwa, było blisko. Gdybym nie miał chociaż tego kociokwiku. No to czemuż to przylazł? Czego chcesz, młody? Kolejny kapuściany głąb. O kurwa mać. Mało brakowało. Kimkolwiek jesteś, masz krzepę. Ale teraz to sam bym wpierdolił tym gównojadom.
I reckon you want to know who I am, right? I'm Henry. Henry.
Heniek, a dlaczego ty mówisz do mnie jak do głupca?
Yes, that's me. Henry. I was sent by Dry Devil. He's waiting for you at the Devil's Den.
O, żeż kurwa, czart żyje? To jeszcze go nie powiesili? Kurwa, patrz, głupim to szczęście sprzyja. Te kiepy niemyte ciągle się z nas śmieją. Kurwa mać, aż mnie świerzbią ręce. Hej, młody, daj mi jakąś broń.
Bronny... What?
Broń! Rozumiesz?
A weapon? You want me to give you a weapon?
Tak, kurwa!
Well,
qué?
you don't need a weapon right now. What for?
No jak to kurwa czemu?
You want revenge, right?
No gdzie tam ja? Spójrz na te gębusie. Czyż widziałeś kiedykolwiek człowieka bardziej miłującego pokój?
If you're playing innocent, you're not doing a great job. I'm not giving you anything. You can murder whoever you want in the Devil's Den, but now we need to go.
Ale z ciebie jest cipa, wiesz? Gdyby to był Janosz, ten by mnie tak nie zostawił. A co z Janoszem? Przecież zostawiłem go tam na pastwę losu.
Janosz? You mean Janosz Uher?
No Janosz! W Myskowicach go schwytali.
You mean Miskovic? Janosz is in Miskovic?
Tak, w Myskowicach.
Fantastic.
Meu
I'll go and
Deus.
get him, and we'll be at the Devil's Den in no time.
Ale do diabła, pojmali go!
He was what? Doesn't matter. I'll find him. You go to the Devil's Den.
No dobra, ale tylko tego nie spierdol, kurwa.
Tá. Meio desesperado. Esse cara era um que apareceu no... Como fala? Nos trailers. O outro é mó desgramado. Aliás, se não me engano, tem um... Tem um troféu de matar uma lebre com isso daqui. Mas enfim, se eu achar, beleza. Se eu não achar, tranquilo. Ok, agora teríamos que vir aqui para encontrar o Janos. A gente já encontrou a maioria deles. Falta só esse daqui. Então, vamos pra lá. Bailani! Pegamos a Bailani. Em vez de eu vir pra cá com o Janos, eu vim aqui perguntar sobre o Hanek. Vamos dar uma olhadinha no que tem aqui. Deixa eu ver. É bem aqui nessa primeira daqui. Eu já peguei o TP pra cá, já fica já de boa. Sou empregada da taverna. Opa. Eu quero, como fala? Eu queria o estalajadeiro. Ou estalajadeira.
Have no fear. What are you here for today?
Ah, ela consegue me vender mesmo assim.
I'll pay you well if you let me spend.
Sorry.
No, that doesn't matter. Agreed. I hope.
Good.
São camas pequenas, mas são... Mas é alguma coisa se eu precisar, entendeu?
Excellent. I apologize.
Isso é muito chique pra ser alguém normal. Eu acho que... Eu acho que mais pra frente a gente se fala. Ele é muito chique pra ser um NPC normal.
Well, that's no great loss. You didn't have... Greetings. Do you need something?
Were you the ones who played dice with Raniek in Pshituki? Do you know anything about him?
You know Raniek? Then you must have a drink with us. A friend of Raniek's is a friend of ours.
I won't say no to that. Give it here.
That's what I like to hear. Here you go. Bottoms up.
That really hit the spot. So what about Raniek? Do you know where he's gone?
We can take you to him right now, if you want.
Lead the way then.
Come on. Raniek's waiting.
Tá muito suspeito isso. Tá muito suspeito.
You have to follow us.
Oh, eu já vi essa missão
So where is he?
nos trailers.
What? Where is he? I don't get it.
Ele tá morto ali no meio
We
da
met
coisa.
this Raniek in Pshituki. We even lent him money when he had nothing to play with. He swore he'd pay us back. Then we met here and played some more. Raniek kept losing, but he didn't know when to stop.
What did you do to him?
Nothing at all. That bastard brought it on himself. When it was clear he had no way to pay us back, we started watching him to make sure he couldn't run away. He started whining about having to go take a dump. We didn't want to watch him shit himself, so we let him go and said we'd wait outside the shithouse. But the bastard got the idea to flee the other way.
You mean through...
Aye, by crawling through shit. but I reckon it was deeper than he thought, and he never came out.
Oh.
That's shit. I'm sorry to hear it.
That's in the shit, more like. But if you don't pay us what your friend
Merda,
Raniak owed,
literalmente.
you'll be even more sorry.
Mas ele não é
He
meu
was no
amigo.
friend of mine. I just needed to find him.
Then you're out of luck, because we won't let you leave without paying. Either you give us your money, or you'll have to pull that poor wretch out. What do you choose?
Mas eu nem
I
sequer
really
conhecia
had
ele.
nothing to do with him. Hell, I don't even know what he looks like.
Well, he won't be much of a looker now. Why were you looking for him anyway?
Because he owed me too. And he evaded me. Several times, in fact. Until he finally found his end here.
Really? Why didn't you just say so?
I don't know you people. You could have warned him, and I'd have had to chase him halfway across the county again.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for lashing out at you like that. But you get it, right?
All's good. But I'm also pissed off I won't get anything out of him anymore.
Well, he had a really nice bow. And we didn't find it anywhere, so he probably has it on him. If it's worth it to you, maybe you could sell it for a good price.
Consegui engabelar eles. Meu Deus do céu.
Ugh. What stink.
É merda, né? Você quer o quê?
What the Kurvad! Something's moving over there. Oh, God. What have I done to deserve this? Ugh. What stink. Oh, God. It's hairy. And still warm.
Que merda. Literalmente.
Ugh. It's a good thing Kate... Ugh. It won't ever wash away. Oh, good. That must be him. Oh, finally.
É ele? Nossa, ele tentou escapar pelo buraco da coisa em... Nossa. Eu não vou pegar nada dessa roupa. Meu Deus do céu. Ainda bem que eu nem coloquei minha roupa. Agora sim. Agora sim. Miskowitz. Chegamos em Miskowitz. Sim, tá chovendo de novo. Ah, você é o filho do ferreiro. Você é o ferreiro. Tem alguma coisa pra consertar? Não, não tem nada pra consertar. Tá, tchau. Pelo menos a gente sabe que já tem mais um ferreiro aqui. Vamos lá, a gente vai precisar fazer o seguinte. Encontre Yanas e fale com o Meirinho. Ué, cadê o Meirinho? Ah, é você, Meirinho Cruz.
I hear a certain Matthew has been rampaging round here.
Do you mean Matthew the Collector?
Collector? Is that a nickname?
That's what he calls himself. He says he's collecting for the king on the roads. But he's just a common bandit. And a real pain in my ass. If I didn't have to deal with this Janos Uher bullshit, I'd have dealt with that scumbag by now. But as they say, misfortunes never come lightly. When there's bullshit, there's a lot of it.
Janos Uher?
That's the scoundrel I have locked up in the pillory outside my house right now.
What did he do?
He was trying to rob the blacksmith's house, but Loiza, his helper, caught him. He lunged at him, but Janusz pulled out his axe, and the lad ended in a bad way. God knows if he'll survive. If we have to bury Loiza, I'll make sure Janusz hangs.
How about I treat this Loiza boy? Would you let Janos go free?
What do you care about him? Is he some pal of yours?
Não.
Oh God, no. But I need him.
All right. If you heal Loiza and pay for that scoundrel, I'll let him go. But don't let him show his face around here again.
What exactly did Janos do to Loiza?
He slashed him with an axe, the murderer, right in the stomach. He's got a deep, gaping wound there, like a gate to hell. We don't have an apothecary or a sawbones here. The herbalist says he only has 2 more days left.
I'll go to see Loiza.
As you wish, but be careful. He's in a really bad shape.
Hey, about this Matthew. Where does he ambush people most often?
He has already robbed several traders on the roads between our village and the Sukhdol fortress. You'd better avoid those places.
Os dois estão fazendo merda.
There is a bounty on Matthew, if you dare. Not too measly, actually.
I'd be happy to help. The likes of him belong behind bars or in the pillory.
Or the gallows. Listen then. Besides the fact that Matthew robs traveling merchants, he also has something much more valuable. If you can bring it to me, you'll get your reward.
What precious thing can a bandit like him have in his possession?
Here's the thing. Not long ago, a certain master illuminator was passing through. An interesting man, honored guest. I gave him lodging and food at my house and asked him a few questions. He said he was delivering a book to Sedlets, for which he had been asked to make pictures. He was very careful with it and kept it close the entire time. He left at dawn the next day.
And what happened then?
They found him dead by the wagon he arrived in, which was burnt. The book had vanished into thin air. If Matthew's involved, and I bet he is, he must still have the book.
Hey, about this Matthew. Where does he ambush people most often?
Were you not listening to me? Somewhere by the roads between Miskovitz and Sukhdol.
Isso é tudo.
Oh, my back.
Poor fella. He's barely breathing. That wound looked quite scary. It's not so bad, really. It's deep, but it's clean, and it's not bleeding much. Maybe some potion will help him. If it was just a gash, he'd still breathe normally. That's all I can find out now. Janos broke his ribs with that strike. That's why it's so hard for him to breathe. First I have to treat the wound, and then I have to get something to help him breathe a little easier. Buck's blood potion, perhaps?
Poção sangue de camo. Eu tenho sangue de camo. Pera aí. Tá no cavalo.
I apologize.
Tá, vamos lá.
I'm gonna bandage you now. Hold on a moment.
Cara, sangue de gamo.
Give you buck's blood. Here. Drink this.
Rezar por ele. Ah, às vezes funciona. Não.
Well, that's done. It might take a while, but he should be back on his feet eventually. I've already treated Loiza. He'll be all right.
Really? Well, it's true he's looking a little better now. He has a healthier color and all.
So everything worked out well. Can you let Janos go free?
Well, all right. But pay up first. Loiza needs something to live on while he's recovering. Think of it as compensation.
Tá bom.
Pay right away. There you go. Now you can set him free.
Here's the key to the pillory. It's better if you free him yourself. I don't want him spitting on my boots.
Você tem alguma outra coisa pra...
Did the humans attack Miskovitz? Are they causing you problems?
Thank God, no. And I'd like it to stay that way.
And how'd you get along with them?
As best we can. And we can count our blessings that our village belongs to the Sedlitz Monastery. Sigismund thinks quite highly of the abbot, and explicitly prohibited his people from pillaging the monastery's property.
Do you have problems with robbers? I expect it's not completely safe on the roads, eh?
Unfortunately, you're right. But that wasn't the case not too long ago. Nobody would even dare fart around Kuttenberg without the nobility's permission. And today? It's no use talking about it.
If you have any problems with robbers, I'll be happy to help you.
Thanks so much for the offer. I'll keep it in mind. But first, I have to convince the abbot to offer some reward.
What do you know about the Devil's Den?
Why do you ask? Did something happen? Were you robbed there?
Does that tavern have a good reputation?
Its name speaks for itself. All kinds of scum from the area gather there. I even heard the good-for-nothing Hinnick of Kunstadt goes there. The one they call the Dry Devil.
Really?
Take it from me. If I were you, I'd keep well away from that den of inequity.
Obrigado pelos informes. Ó, já tá até melhor já. Que bom. É o que a gente tá precisando. E fique melhor mesmo. Agora eu preciso tirar o cara da picota. Alfaiate também tem aqui, ótimo. Eu tô precisando de alfaiate. Cara, onde que ficou a... Aqui?
Was wünschst du, mein Freund?
Mas você faz... Ah, você só faz negócios, você não arruma.
What do gape at? Fish face?
Dry Devil sent me. He's looking for you.
Tell him Janos busy.
Oh. All right then.
Loriki, I just pulling pistol. Get me out of here, brother. My neck on line, hey?
The bailiff told me you almost killed some lad.
Fuck knows what shit he tell you.
So how do you see it then?
I was hungry. I want bites to eat. You understand, eh?
Of course I understand. When I'm hungry, I'll find something to eat. That's obvious.
Finally, somebody understand. I just look around for something. What happens? This cock-up come back. Everybody can shit himself. You too, no?
Who came back?
What I know? Some cunt. He's so crazy, he go for me. That's some crazy shit, no? What can I do, eh? I wag him a little bit. And now Bailey waiting to see if he die, and then I go swing.
Don't worry. I'll have you right out of there.
You some wizard, or what?
Well, not exactly. But I do have the key.
How the fuck you get that?
I healed that wounded villager. So the bailiff is letting you go.
Yeah. Come let Janos kiss
No.
you. But get me out first. I am stiff like fucking corpse.
Ui, caramba. Tinha que ser, né? Mano, essa gente do cara é muito doida. Tem como.
Fantastic. I am stiff like plank of wood. Thank you, fella.
You can thank the devil and Zizka. They sent me for you.
Devil? How he get free, hey? Last I know, he rotting in chains.
Me, Kubyenka, and Zizka freed him.
Zizka, that mad bastard here? Now that is something to look forward to. And what about Eder? You find him too?
He's in the devil's den already. Nearly got hanged in a neighboring village.
Him too? What the Polish fucker do this time?
It seems he was, playing hide the sausage with the Shitaki butcher's wife. And the butcher wasn't too forgiving.
Ah, typical of him. To get hanged for some wench. Well, anyway, I will go now. We meet there.
We'll meet at the devil's den.
I hope. We got things to drink too.
Até porque eu tenho mais uma criatura, né, pra ir. Pera, ele é professor de habilidade? O que ele ensina pra gente? Pior que eu tô sem grana, quer ver? É, ele é professor de habilidade, mas não dá pra falar com ele ainda agora. Eu acho que só lá no negócio. Vamos lá, eu preciso... Nossa. Nossa. É muito longe. Mas vamos indo. Vamos indo com calma.
Whoa, whoa.
Achei.
This must be Matthew's camp. He's not here, though. I suppose he's off robbing someone. Either I wait, or I can come back another time.
Posso usar um negocinho pra sabotar os caras. Não estou roubando gente honesta. Estou roubando gente que rouba os outros. Nossa, eles são muito burros de deixar o negócio assim. Nossa, só tem isso aqui. Tá, vamos fazer o seguinte. A gente vai ter que voltar outra hora. Não só voltar outra hora. Vamos ver se acelerando aqui eles aparecem.
Quiet! Go away! That's more like it, that mangy mutt.
E bem que eu acho que a gente vai precisar disso daqui. Eles não dormem, não?
You swine!
Eita, preula!
Alert! Alert!
Caraca, como é que ele me viu? Que doideira! Ele saiu correndo do outro lado pra cá. Bem, não é quem eu quero. Caraca, foi muito louco isso.
You know me.
Não, você a gente... Esse daqui também.
Go fuck yourself. Show what you're made of. Let's see what you're made of. You...
Não enche meu saco. Livro raro. É, eu consegui pegar o livro, mas... Não dá pra falar com ele, não? É, eu acho que não vai dar pra falar com ele, não. Até porque eu matei todo mundo. Menos ele. Achei você. É você? É você. Vem aqui. Eu tenho seu livro.
Lad, you have no idea how happy you just made me. And what about the collector? Do I understand correctly that he is taken care of?
Yes. The collector is dead, and his band broken up. The villagers have nothing to fear now.
Oh, if it were only that easy. But thanks, lad. They'll certainly sleep better now. And about that reward. Here are the groschen promised from the monastery. And I've added a little from my own pocket for taking care of that scoundrel.
Thank you, bailiff.
O coletor, atividade concluída. É, não dá pra manter ele vivo, não. Eu preciso realmente eliminar ele pra completar a missão. E, inclusive, a missão de reunir todo mundo, entendeu? De reunir eles na vida ou na morte. Né? 2 na morte. Meu Deus. Não é você que eu quero falar. Eu quero falar com o pessoal que tá lá em cima. Já que ele tá... Ué. Ah, aqui. Oi. Caraca.
Your hand cannons have done us more harm than good.
But we shot that mare beautifully. The devil himself couldn't have aimed any better. And he's skilled with hand cannons.
How long have you been a warrior?
Na verdade, não era falar com ele, era falar com o outro, mas tudo bem.
But the job wasn't for me. Most of the time I couldn't even hit the chisel with my mallet. Then I lost my master's money playing dice, so I had to run away. Then I came across a group of mercenaries and they hired me. Once I got a taste of money, I chose to stay. So, it's been a while now.
Who taught you how to fight?
No one. I was absolutely awful. But I could drink their command under the table. So they let me stay with them. I learned the rest as I went along.
That commander, was it the devil?
No. I only met the devil later, with another band. I've been through several. Once they stop paying, or you run out of things to steal, it's best to go and try your luck elsewhere.
That's exactly what happened when they captured the devil, isn't it? The band broke up.
More or less, but I think he understands. You see? That's mercenary honor.
What honor?
Exactly. There is none.
Não é você que eu tenho que conversar. É com o cara. É com o loucão. Aqui.
Janos and Adder are back, so that's a reason to celebrate. Are you drinking with us?
Vamos.
Let's have a toast to that.
Toast? Nah. We get drunk like hogs.
Uhul.
Pytam się jej, czy nie chce wskoczyć na konika.
Ada, for fuck's sake.
A wiesz co ona mi na to?
She says she don't understand shit, huh? Shut the fuck up, both of you.
A co ty taki wrażliwy?
Did Henry take his sweet time with a rope? Or are you this stupid from birth and I just forgot?
Nah, he's thicker now. If Henry let him choke any longer, he'd be drooling on his shirt.
Chcesz mordę?
Shut up! Fucking hell.
What biting your arse, devil, huh?
I wanted to say I'm glad you and Ada are back. But I don't feel like it anymore.
No to my się sami napijemy. Na zdrowie!
Yeah! To us!
You should raise a toast to Henry. You'd be dead if it wasn't for him.
Leave it be. You needed men, so I got them.
Don't be modest. You saved those arseholes' hides. They won't even thank you.
Shishka's right, you ungrateful bastards. That we should all thank Henry for bringing us to the same table again. So, to Henry.
To all of us.
I hope it not fuck up again soon.
To us and to Henry. He's one of us now.
I glad to drink to that.
To Henry.
Za tę śliczną cycatkę z łaźni.
Only them? You have more, no?
Tell us about it, Henry. What happened?
Bem, Matilha preferiu
I
a vida
also
de
found
bandido.
Matty, but he grew tired of your pack. He prefers robbing old crones by the road.
Zdradziecki, zapluty szczur. Jeśli wejdzie mi w drogę, zatłukę go, kurwa, jak świnie!
What did he say?
Nothing nice, I'd imagine. But he forgot to add, Kurva!
What about the rest?
Bem, Raniak tá
And
morto.
Raniak is dead.
Somebody rammed dice down his throat.
Não.
Not quite. But it was Dice that paid him back in the end.
Kurwa!
Ele fugiu na latrina e se afogou na
tym
merda.
razem na pewno wygra. Ale znamy się jak łyse konie. Miałem go lepiej pilnować.
Don't feel bad, hey? He not want help and he don't deserve it. What about the rest?
And Bahuta, he has decided to redeem himself.
Tá
So he
rezando.
could pass the Lord's judgment.
Co za jełop. Nawet Bóg ma go w dupie. Ha!
He got to try hard. Wake up before sunrise, pray, give up meat and beer, and the womans. Fuck, poor bastard.
That's it. That's everyone.
So, we are the only ones?
Unfortunately. But the best remained.
So, to loyal brothers in arms.
Yeah, to us! Long live us!
A cerveja jorra como água. Meu Deus. Esse bando é muito maluco.
Moim ogródecku rośnie rózyska. Napój mi, Maniusiu, mego kunicka. Nie chcę, nie napoję, bo się kunia, kurwa boję. Bo się kunia, kurwa boję, bo mi jeszcze młoda!
Nice. We also have one like that.
To teraz ty, młodzieniaszku, dawaj!
What did he say?
He say you sing now.
I'd be delighted. Underneath our windows, water flows so clear. Take my little horse there and water him, my dear. I won't water him, though. No, I can't anymore.
Cudownie! Pięknie!
Henry, my friend, Janusz love you.
A mnie nie?
You most, my sweet other.
No to wypijmy za to!
What did he say?
We drink to that.
Meu Deus.
Of course we'll drink.
Two last drop, Henry. That is the way. You tell us some story, eh?
Fellas,
could not say it better.
Amen!
Não deveria ter bebido. Na manhã seguinte...
Oh, curva. I feel like shit.
So, how did your trial by fire go last night?
Honestly, I have no idea. But I haven't felt this sick in a long time.
Aye. Well, Janos and Adder didn't spare you. But usually they only drink someone under the table like that just once.
You always drink like that?
Almost always. The mornings are hard, but at least you clear your head. And often your stomach, too.
Why do they call you the Dry Devil, anyway?
Why do they call you fuckhead?
But they don't call...
All right, I was only joking. I don't even know how I got the nickname. Suppose it could have something to do with all the killing, and my natural beauty. It's certainly catchier than His Grace Sir Hinnick the First of Kunstad and Yashpitz. That name wouldn't scare a fucking coward. But say it Dry Devil, and everybody just shits themselves.
How do you know Kubienka?
He saved my arse back at Neuhaus. We only made it out thanks to him. I thought we were fucked. But then Kubienka appeared, dragging a ladder, asking how much we would pay for it.
What did he get for it?
The first thing he got was a good fucking beating, because we thought he'd been dead for 2 days. But after we escaped, we made sure he didn't have to pay for drinks for a long time.
How long have you known Zizka?
It's been a while. He served with me during the Moravian-Margrave Wars.
So you were his commander, sir?
That's water under the bridge now. I'm just an old wanted robber baron whose neck you and Zizka just saved. I don't give a shit about the sirs anymore, you see?
Ah, all right then. What can you tell me about Zizka?
Well, based on what you two have been through, I'd say you should know him pretty well by now. When everything is fucked, people around you are dying and you're fighting for your very life. Only then can you really learn what a person is like.
Caramba, que filosófico. Ah, ele ensina uma nova técnica de luta.
I reckon my face bothered
Ele é mestre de habilidade.
More likely they're pissed off I'm not a hypocritical fucker like they are.
And that's a reason for execution?
Unlike the hypocrites in the League of Lords, I'm not ashamed of what I am.
I know they call you Dry Devil.
Aye. They call me a lot of things, laddie. And that's what rankles the Lords, that I'm getting rich at their expense. And that's some fucking fat loot they stole from the king.
So you're on the king's side?
I'm on the side of whoever pays me, lad. And I'll tell you one thing. I've never gone back on my word. My noble word is my oath. Unlike that of bastards like von Bergau or von Rosenborg.
Have you been at war?
Aye, I fought in Moravia, and I'm still the hetman of the royal city of Znaim. You're just a yokel, so you hardly know what's been going on in the kingdom these last few years.
You're an experienced warrior, so teach me something.
Not a damn thing, lad. Not unless you pay me well. But first, bring me some good wine.
Fine. I'll go and get some.
E agora?
So what's next, now that your band is back together?
Well, I've got Kubienka, Adder, and Janos. It's not much, but it'll have to do. Now we just have to figure out how to give hell to Sigismund.
What am I to do?
Well, didn't you say you needed to find Liechtenstein as soon as possible?
Right. I'm working on it.
Belezinha, essa missão então terminou. Ele é professor de habilidade. E os outros também, acho. Pelo que eu entendi. Tem mais um que também é professor de habilidade. Não, tem 3 que são professores de habilidade aqui. Do diário. Agora a gente só precisaria encontrar a Catherine. Entendeu? E a Catherine fica aqui. Eu só teria que encontrar com ela para dar uma olhada nisso. Eu vou ver Meu Deus, a região dela tem muita missão, entendeu? Eu queria muito começar já a fazer as missões secundárias, pegar dar uma coisa, uma pausa e fazer as missões secundárias, porque a gente tem 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nossa, 9. Fora que aqui tem coisa pra gente se informar também. Já tem 9 missões secundárias. Eu quero muito pegar e fazer elas também antes da gente avançar muito. Então eu vou dar uma olhadinha aqui. Se não vai avançar muito, talvez a gente faça essa daqui, ou talvez a gente vá para as missões secundárias. A gente faz uma leva de missão secundária e aí fala com a Catarina. Ou a gente fala com a Catarina primeiro e depois depois da missão, faz uma leva de missão secundária e vai fazendo, entendeu? Bora que tem muita coisa pra fazer. Conseguimos reunir o bando do Diabo Seco. Agora a gente precisa ir para a cidade de Kuttenberg, atrás também da Catarina e atrás também de trabalho. A gente precisa de alguns recursos antes da gente tentar encontrar aí o Lichtenstein. Nunca sei o nome direito das coisas, mas tudo bem. E a gente vai começar a nossa grande leva de missões secundárias, que tem muita missão secundária boa nesse jogo antes da gente conseguir aí avançar para as principais. Só que nos próximos episódios eu espero vocês lá. Então se gostaram, deixa aquele joinha que é só clicar, coloca um comentário falando o que você achou, compartilha com os amigos que é muito importante. Se não for inscrito no canal, já aproveita, se inscreve e ativa o sininho para receber notificação dos próximos vídeos. Muito obrigado e até o próximo.